All right, we back again. We had some technical difficulties on the last tape, man. That shit was crazy. They know they got scared, y'all. They said, "Oh shit, he's making it. He's doing it again. Let's fuck with his laptop and his phone. Shut him down. Cut him off. Mess up his rhythm. But you ain't do that but recharge me. I'm about to get right back in it, man. I'm about to dive right back up in that shit, bro. This is the fall and rise of the Moors. We fell and now we rising again. And the clowns can't stop us. The clowns can't stop us. Oh yeah, baby. Get them up in the building. Everybody get it back on and popping up in this joint. Let me find a good thumbnail for you. Oh yeah. Don't run now. Don't y'all run now. Make fun of us if you want. Oh yeah, hold up. All right, let me get that. Let me get that screen pulled back up for you, man. Oh yeah, baby. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to get back in here. This is about to be good. We were just building up before we got cut off. We were just building up before we got cut off, man. About to take you all the way there. We was climaxing, but let me see, can I get this screen back pulled up? Right about if you're coming back into the building, like I said, we had technical difficulties on the last tape. The internet or something.
Things on the internet right now. Like Haru got a tablet, Hakeem got his tablet, Dare got his phone on the joints. So like we got a lot of let's see. All right. Let me get the chat pulled back up for you. Islam to my Moors. Islam. Peace, love, harmony throughout the balanced universe to all, baby. Probably gonna have a couple parts to this tape because it's sort of like a long topic. Hey, Rob, if you coming in the building. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. If you don't receive something from us every day, come back and check with us, right? Because we drop something every day, man, right? We've been doing these late night classes lately. Says you, man. All right, we back. Yeah, I told you we was coming right back because I had to reload the computer, man. It just all of a sudden froze on me for some reason. They got scared, man. You know what happened? They got scared. They said, oh, shit, what is it going to tell them now? We telling them the truth. That's what we telling them. Don't get scared now. Don't run now. Right? The rise and fall. The rise. Turtle Island, baby. We're going to talk about that too. Right? Put those tapes out. Turtle Island. All right, so we lead up to the point, we get to America. We lead up to the point, get to America. We was talking about the Spanish Inquisition. That's what we was before we got cut off, I think. This is a key pivot point. Anybody come talking about freeing you or putting you in the game and it ain't told you about the Spanish Inquisition, you can automatically know they trying to hustle. If they ain't told you about the Spanish Inquisition, they trying to hustle you, bro. This is the key pivot point in these people's career, man, as far as starting to take over the Moorish Empire, right? And like we said, we civilize these people. Civilized come with giving them the Bible, giving them the Quran, giving them the Torah, the laws, the books of Moses, or Thutmose, right? Which is ancient Egyptian teachings. So giving them our ancient Kemetic teachings, squaring them off, right? We did this for them, the Moors. We did this for them. We even gave them their religion. All of their religions come from the Moors. Islam, Christianity. So you taking, this is another thing. You thinking about oh, these people came, these white people came with these religion and or these pale Arabs or nah, nigga, you Moors created all those religions. They got that shit from ancient Kemet. I'm gonna do a whole tape. I was showing you where all they got all the religions come out of ancient Kemet, and that was you niggas. So and they wasn't as intelligent enough to put it together as tricky as they got it now. You had to help them, Moors. It was you that did it. You used this shit to enslave them, and they used that shit to enslave your ass back. Huh? I'm telling you, man. Christianity been around for thousands of years. It goes back, like I say, to the Nomos Dogons, all the way up to you Moors. Islam, same thing. When they walking around the Kaaba and all that, you niggas been doing that in ancient Kemet, walking around the pyramid. So they got all this shit, and they did. I think to help them out. See, the one thing you didn't mess over with Moors is you didn't give them you gave them a guard, but you gave them your guard, right? That's why they got the Black Madonna. Let me show you. All right, so the Black Madonna, that's how you know the Moors was involved with Christianity, because the first Madonna was Black Madonna, and that's coming up out of ancient Kemet, right? Okay, let's blow that up. I wonder why they put it on there like that. Okay, so you see this right here coming up out of ancient Kemet, the baby Haru and Aset, and then they got the white one over here, right, with the white Jesus and the white Mary. But they even before this was in, they had the Black Madonna. Hold on, let's pull it up. I think I got a picture of it in here. Oh yeah, hold on. So the Moors started the Roman Catholic Church was started by Moors. The first 38 popes were Moors. The first 38 popes were niggas, were Moors. White man that had that type of intelligence to set up no shit as crafty as which the religion Christianity and Islam is too sophisticated for them. In the format that in the dogma format that it's put in. You niggas did that. You niggas did that to give it to them. You Moors. I'm trying to see this at BRB. All right, so before Constantine them, this is what the Mary and Jesus look like. And they still got this shit over there. And it's still black right up in there. And they pray to the shit. Telling you that the Moorish Empire started this shit. The Moorish Empire started Christianity in Rome. And they were using it to get money and to enslave Caucasians, to make them, to get them this thing. If you don't do what we tell you, if you don't do what that book say, you're going to hell. We knew this shit was like a construct just to keep these people in line. And so eventually they took it to heart. They took that Christianity you taught them Moors to heart. And then what did they do? In order to rise it up, they had to get rid of this white black Madonna and bring in the white Madonna. But they still worship in secret. Just like they wear our fez in secret. Better get to them niggas, them clown niggas that know about the bounds. They wear our fez in secret. Right? So they know about us. They know the first people, like I say, the Ethiopian church, right? Hold up. I might have get my other shade so I can see what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, see Ethiopia. This church right here is the oldest damn Christianity church on the planet. And they weren't calling it Christianity then. They weren't calling it Christianity. I think it didn't become Christianity until they went to Antioch. Antioch is what they was called Christians. It tells you that right in the book. But where's Antioch is then the question. Right? So this is the oldest shit. So and Ethiopia is where the Moors was. It was Moors in Ethiopia. And those Moors is the ones that moved and migrated in Rome. They were the real Arabs that roamed to Rome, right? Rome to Rome. Listen now, right? And set up the Christianity religion. And they took their slaves with them, and they had to keep this game going. So they were the higher anarchy. They had to keep this game going. I believe Julius Piso and all of them niggas were Moors. They were Moors, and they made everybody white. I believe Julius Piso, the family was Moors. And they ran this game to be some, because you got to keep in mind, it was even though all of us were Moors, it was dirty Moors versus good Moors. And those dirty Moors wanted to be on top. So they schemed and they scammed to get the money. This war is between us, just like it is now, where niggas still killing niggas today. We go all the way back. But you niggas are the religious guy. We ain't religious guys, but we created religion as a tool to control people who had beast mentality, who had savage mentality, who need to be civilized, who need to be squared off, which is why they put their hand on the Bible when they come into the lodge and they square on the Bible, right? In their degrees. They put both hands on when they get down to a certain level, both hands on the Bible. So, hold on. Oh yeah, baby. In that last class, we showed the books, right? We showed the books that we had for the references. But this is the oldest church, man. Right here. And I can the Dogons was in ancient Egypt, in ancient Ethiopia before they migrated to West Africa. Some of them migrated to West Africa, but the original Dogons was in this area. And they were the ones that were taught about the stars. I'm about to go ahead and crack your head, man. Just give me a second. If you're sleeping on a young elder, you're about to get a crook in your neck. All right, so now we understand, because it's part of the fall, part of the fall and the rise. So now we understand that we created religion, the Moors created religion to civilize savage people. We took stuff from our books to make up this religion so that we could control people and make them be good. That's how they became these religious guys, these guys that they saying, oh Jesus, oh God, right? So they had to take that part, the part that you gave them their religion, they had to take that part out in order to sell it back to you. So they couldn't sell it back to you if you knew that you sold it to them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we sold this shit to you. How you gonna sell it back to us? And for a higher price? The price to turn us into slaves. Hey, but what goes around comes around, Moors. You enslave them, they enslaved you. And they didn't just enslave you. They pulled a whole nother type of game where they purchase your mind. They own your mind. Why own the land when I can own everybody's minds? If I own everybody's minds, I own the land as well. And that's what Woodrow Wilson Fingered America is all about in 1913. They had the land and they said, we're gonna get the land and the mines. Then they lost the land. They say, oh yeah, well, we still got the mines. So we're gonna call it human resource. Yeah, that's right. Don't run now. Big Ben Bay's back, baby. Don't run now. Smell the Folgers. Wake up. Smell the goddamn Folgers. Don't run now. Yeah, it's time. We here. Oh yeah, the elves have returned to clean this shit up. That's right. That's right. They watching now. How many people we got on? We got 62 people, man, in the building. All right, so we building up to we talked about we gave them the religion. Boom. All right. So it really took them all the way up into 1913, really, to get on. They've been fighting to get on since 1913. Okay. So we established that at a certain point in time, I think about around 325 AD, and it might have been a little later after that, because Constantine could have been a Moor. I'm gonna find. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the bottom of that though, because they like to make everybody white. But we have reason to believe Constantine the Noble could have been a nigga, man, a Moor. Because the Palestinians, and it was the Bantu people. The Palestinians were the Afar people, and the Bantu people migrated to that area. They was in that area and in Germany. And we're gonna talk about that too, the cover up of the Adolf Hitler scheme, where they really was bombing Nubians who were living in Germany so they can eradicate them out of their land. And they eventually did. And now Germany coming back to offer them money for reparations for what they did to their people, trillions of dollars. We're gonna talk about that too. But the Spanish Inquisition is the main finger. The two fingers that they, when somebody call you like that, them two fingers, that's the Spanish Inquisition. Because what is it all about? They set up this scheme within a scam. The scheme within a scam, and it's dealing with the secret treaty of Verona, still our land, right? Start with the secret treaty of Verona and the Spanish Inquisition. They came up with all these new terms, and they rewrote the definitions, and they came out with all these new terms to label people and made it law, like witch and warlock, because you keep in mind, this is a wizard's hat. This is an alchemical hat. People with this hat on are alchemists. And then we got several other hats, but this hat, like the cone hat, we're gonna show you the cone hat, this really is a cone hat, but the cone hat, the funnel cone hat, like the Ku Klux Klan, well, that's our hat, the funnel. And we got like the top hat, but they put a rim. Really, the top hat is nothing but this fez with a Saturn's rim around it. We're gonna talk about that too. That's what the top hat is. They are the wizards that work for the dirty moors. And they think that they up in the lodge with their top hat on, thinking they when they supposed to have this hat on. But the people above them got this hat on, and they the clowns. The clowns, because it used to be, and all this ties in together. It used to be you had to be a 32nd degree Freemason to be a Shriner. Now, because the Most High killing them off, and they all dying off old age, and they hadn't let nobody up there because they scared that somebody gonna tell, and people did tell. That's why we here. See, we here because of my master teacher who went in with these guys and studied their shit, and then brought it back gave it to us for free with no contract. And so that's what they mad about. They scared of us. They scared of the sons of Malachi. They scared of the Sabians. They scared of us, the real rightful heirs to the planet, right? The real Moors, the real ancient Egyptians. This land you standing on right now, like we say, it's Arab Morocco, but they're going back and even farther than that. It's really ancient Kemet too. This land is ancient Kemet. America is ancient Kemet as well. We was already coming over here. We had helicopters, submarines, we had UFOs, all that shit you talk about that sound like mystery shit, and all the shit you got now with the helicopters and all that. We had that in ancient Kemet. We was already traveling around the world. We was going to other planets, to Mars. Where you think the pyramids on Mars? Type in the pyramids on Mars. Let me type that in for you. Type in the pyramids on Mars. Hey, this is what they scared about you knowing. They scared about you knowing how powerful and how civilized and how advanced you were. They scared of, because you're gonna say, damn, you're gonna start to think then. Your brain gonna start a tumbling effect, or it's gonna start a chain reaction. They don't want to start that chain reaction, that domino effect in your mind. They don't want to start that reaction. The reaction is that we were already traveling to other planets. We were already had type 2 technology, type 2 civilization. We already had electricity, lights, sewer systems, flying saucers. What you call them flying saucers, we call them baba thabas, right? Which went off for electricity and magnetic energy, and they could pull over the pyramids and charge up. We was already doing this. They don't want you to realize, wake up and come to the realization of how advanced you were as a people on this planet for millions of years, not no damn thousands, millions of years. The Bible is only a couple, I said a couple hundred years old, but they say 325. So we'll give them that. We'll give them to when Abraham or whoever, Moses wrote this shit down. And Moses couldn't have wrote it because it's in third person. There had to be a nigga writing it down for Moses, looking at Moses saying, oh, this Moses went up on it. If Moses wrote it, why I say Moses went up on the mountain? Why they say, oh, and I went up on the mountain and I talked with God? It says, and Moses did this, and Moses, so Moses couldn't have wrote that shit. Somebody was writing that shit for Moses. And you know the niggas that was writing for Moses, you dirty Moors. You dirty ass Moors was writing that shit for Moses, nigga. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And they wanted to use that shit to control these Caucasians and other Moors that they know wasn't up on the game. They wasn't up on the game, bro. So we was already going to other planets. We was already on Mars. That's why that It's 3 pyramids on Mars that line up just like the pyramids in ancient Kemet. How does that happen if it wasn't for the same people? How does that happen? Because we showed you on the wall the goddamn saucers and shit, man. Man, people think this shit is Looney Tune shit, man. You know? Hey, baby. Oh no, I can't. All right, so you see right here, it's on the wall in ancient Kemet, right? It's on the wall. We had helicopters. That the one at the top is a helicopter. The one over here is the wall is like the yacht. This right here is like a submarine, and then this right here like an aircraft carrier to carry the gold, because Inky was carrying the gold using these machines. These are all machines that existed back then. Some of this stuff they found buried in ancient Kemet, but they don't want to tell you. They dug some of this stuff up, like some of the stuff, the artifacts and some of the instruments, and that's how they was able to reanimate it over here in America. Right now, you in ancient Kemet. You don't believe me? Man, let me show you how they play game. And that's what the secret is about. That's why they got that damn Shriner symbol up there with a goddamn raw on it. And they got that sword because these clowns, they don't want to tell you that this was ancient Kemet. So they protected the North Gate to keep the secret. What's the secret? That this land was ancient Kemet. This was ancient Africa. This was North Mexico, Africa, Morocco, or ancient Kemet. That's what they don't want to tell you, bro. That's what that secret is. That's what that sword on them niggas' head is about. Right? Let's pull up that symbol for you. So you can show you. All this gonna tie in together, man. They scared of what your brother might say, bro. These goddamn clowns. They scared. These clowns scared. They're like, oh shit, don't, oh no, come on, please. Oh, our time is not up yet. You said you should give us more time. No, your time is up. 6,000 years is up. It's a wrap, nigga. It's a wrap. So they got you Sabians on their damn head, on their headdress. And then they put a sword up there, and then they put the crescent moon with the stars because they keeping the secret. What's the secret? That all this is ancient Kemet. And that you niggas are the ancient Kemites. You niggas are the far people. You niggas are the original ancient Egyptians. You niggas are the Moors. You niggas are the Washita Native American Indians. You niggas are the Armax. You niggas are the Shoshone. You niggas are the Muskoke. You niggas are the Shinnecock. You niggas are the Massachusetts natives to the whole planet, not just Earth. Not just America and Africa and Australia and all these other places. Native to the whole planet, and they got to keep these clowns who rock our crown, or these clowns who rock our crown, and they know about the miles. This is what they wear on their head. Why they got to put an ancient? If they tell you ancient Kemet is bad, why they got ancient Kemet? Why they got Ra on their head? Why they got Ra on their head, bro? And I can show you. You think it's a game? Let me show you. Let me show you, bro. You think I don't know they shit? They sent me invitations to come to them, man. Man, I'm gonna share my let me show you something real quick. Now, see, when I was young at this time, and they must have saw something in me, so they wanted to put me down with them. Both groups, the C boys and the F boys. The clowns wanted to put me down, and the other boys, the chemists. The chemist. We're gonna make you the richest guy. Oh yeah, we got you, bro. We got your ass now. I'm gonna hold up. So These clowns. This is one of the crowns that they sent me. Now, Raw was on the hat, but I tore it off. I got another headdress that got Raw. I put Raw. I made my own headdress, and I took the headpiece off of this one, and put it on another headdress. Maybe I'm gonna wear that headdress when I get through working on it. Right. So that's one. This is one of their crowns. They rock. This is another to the feds. They put their shit on it, and then they got that sword up there, and they got Raw on there, and they telling you, don't mess with ancient Kemet, and we don't really know nothing, and we're just looking for the kids. We're looking for some kid. We helping the kids out. Yeah, okay. We got your ass now. We got your ass now. Now, so when they send you an invitation, and I had this for a long time, man, and I ain't never showed up because when I was gonna go, and then Tahuti came to me in a dream and told me, don't go. They're gonna try to kill me, right? So I've been having these invitations. They come with a letter in the hat in the mail to your house. Look right here. Look at this. Look at this. And you can go check, man. If they watching, they can go check. Check that if I ever made a contract. I ain't never made no contract with you. But you sent me your damn shit to go to those shit for an invitation. And this right here is the biggest one. This is the main one right here. And you see what it said at the bottom of their hat? Clowns. That's how I knew they were clowns. When they sent me there, I said, oh, these niggas clowns. They trying to rock our crown, but they're a whole bunch of clowns. Yeah, that's right. We on your ass. Don't run now. The gig is up. We don't need you to go out the tomb no more. We out now. We up. We back. The Moors are back. This is the rise of the Moorish Empire, baby. Can you dig it? So that's one hat that they sent me. And it's a letter. It was on the bottom of this thing. It probably be in that closet somewhere. Or it might be in this. All right, so I told you it was two different boards. It was two different boards. The F boys, that's the F boys, the 13 guys. And then these are the other guys. These guys. Oh yeah, you know you done fucked up, don't you? I'm like that cop on Menace to Society that was in that room and say, what time did you buy that beer now? You say you bought it at 4 o'clock? Oh yeah, you know you done fucked up, don't you? So these are the Knights of Templar, the Sea Boys. Yeah, go back and check. And I can tell you the guy name. I ain't gonna say the guy name who sent me the invite, but he was the Grand Pote of Texas at one point. Right? So you know who I am, and you know by right you can't touch me because I did make a deal with you. So I can say what I want. And you can tell, and all you gonna do is deny it and say that you ain't gonna respond. But you gonna deny it and you ain't gonna respond because that's your oath, not to reveal any secrets. But me, I don't got no oath with you. I'm a free man. Right? I'm a free man. Right? I'm a Moor by birth. I'm a free man. This is my shit by birth. Right? So, and they got 32nd degrees on there. So they were gonna skip me all the way up. I wasn't gonna even have to go through inner apprentice and none of that. I was gonna go skip right up and be a Grand Pote of the whole South. And I turned it down. Tahuti told me that they was gonna try to do something to me. And I still got that shit. And I got they sent me way more shit. Hold on, let me show you. I'm gonna show you one more. I'm gonna show you one more thing. It also came with a pendant, this pendant right here. The double-headed eagle, which they stole from the double-headed phoenix. This is 32nd, 33rd degree Freemason piece. This is gonna bring me all the way to DC and bring me all the way up into the game. But I don't need your shit. I'm born with this shit. I'm born with this. Go check your records. If you right now, you go check your records. You ain't got my name. My name Quintuillion here. That's my real name. Go check that, nigga. Go check Haru Amun Ray. Go check that. You don't got that on your contracts. You don't got you don't got my signature on none of your contracts. So that means that I'm a freeman. Yeah. And you can deny it, but you can't deny it until you try it. And try me. I'm square business. I'm square business, believe that. But back to what I was saying, we don't want to get sidetracked. We had to show you that, man, to show you what type of shit that's going on with your brother and why they sent these two suckers to try to get me, but I got saved by the grace. The last time when they walked in my room and gave me some kind of thing in my back, and it took the poison out. But Knights of Templar assassins. Let's break that down because all this gonna tie in together. So we're just like really going back and forth. All right, so you look at their symbol. And we can break it down even more than that to where it goes back to that claw is really a claw of a tiger from India. All right. These people, keep in mind, this is Truman. He's very instrumental. And remember, I told you we was already in contact with extraterrestrial. And keep in mind, Truman, who was killed who was eventually took out by the Greys, he was connected with extraterrestrial. They were meeting up with extraterrestrial. He the one that was instrumental in setting up Majestic 12. All this shit's gonna tie in together for you because Moors was already using flying saucers. What they don't want to tell you is that a lot of them, some of them flying saucers was flew by us, the Moors, the Nubians, the ancient Egyptians. They don't want to tell you. If they come out and tell you that, you might not even believe it. When they come out and tell you, say, you know what? You niggas were flying helicopters and mopeds and all kind of shit that we discovered in this book. The book right here. It's got some of that shit in this book right here. Forbidden archaeology. See, they don't want you to go and find out look how things this shit is. They don't want you to go and find out that niggas were flying helicopters for thousands of years. What? That'll blow your mind. Niggas was riding in submarines for thousands of years. It'll blow your mind. But the Bible, this is the killer part about it. This is the killer part about it, right? This is the killer part about it. The Bible explains all that you niggas would. The Bible tells you that you niggas was flying helicopters. The Bible tells you that you niggas was riding in submarines and yachts in the Bible. Man, you still think Jonah got picked up by a whale? Man, stop smoking this shit, bro. A whale picked this man up, took him under the water for 3 days and brought him back and regurgitated him. Come on, man. You smarter than that now. We ain't got to even play like that now. A submarine. Ancient Egyptians picked this nigga up in the submarine. The ancient Egyptians was considered as the gods. The gods picked the ancient Egyptians picked him up in the submarine. They picked Jonah up in the submarine. Took him under the water for a ride for 3 days. Brought him back. He came out that little hole in the top. Some niggas on the show said, "Hey man, that nigga just got threw up by a whale." Because we don't never heard of no submarine, but we know about whales, and that looked like a whale that he came out of. So we'll just write the story in as Jonah got took out, fit up by a whale, and you niggas bought that shit. Elijah got picked up by a whirlwind. When a helicopter landed, it got a spinning blades on the top, and it kicked up a whirlwind. Flying saucers don't pick up a whirlwind. When the ancient Egyptians, who are the gods, landed to get one of their prophets, the blades were spinning and they kicked up a whirlwind. They say Elijah got took up in a whirlwind. Jesus got picked up in a helicopter. Jesus got picked up in a helicopter. They say he got picked up and took up in a whirlwind. Makes sense now why he was connected with ancient Kemet. So helicopters and submarines is in the Bible. So it's a big ass secret they don't want to tell you, that you niggas was already Like the shit they behind us 1,000 years ago. We 10,000 years ahead of them in technology. From a Moorish standpoint. So you got to think about that. Take that into consideration. And these people, the clowns who keep in mind, let's go back before we show you that's Harriet Truman, and you see here a Shriner. Let's get another picture of him so we can make sure we got him fingered. Let's make sure we got this guy fingered before he come back, before we bring him back up. Now you see these guys. You see that's a black guy on his head. Let's blow it up some more. That's and I don't like the word black because with Moors, right? We Moors. We don't like the word black because it's a label. That's an adjective, not a noun, not a person or place. It's not a nationality, right? But I just want, for the sake of conversation, you see that dark-skinned Rob that he got on his damn hat. Why is they got a black Rob there if they white boys and they represent white guys or they represent this? Who the hell they represent with a black goddamn ancient Egyptian on his head? Huh? What's the secret? What's the secret if you gotta have a black ancient Egyptian on your head? You got a sword that if you reveal that secret, your head get cut off. What's the secret that this ancient Kemet? This really like this right here, like, I believe this is almost more ancient Kemet than ancient Kemet. The way these niggas protecting this shit, this secret. Why are they protecting this North Gate so hard, and why they got that damn symbol as an ancient Kemet on the head? And why they got our feds on? We know they go all the way back to Khufu, so they know that the Moors are ancient Egyptians. Where you balling down. All right, so we already passed that part. But we want to know, why is the clowns who rocking our crown and know about the mounds, why is they got ancient Kemet on their goddamn head with a sword over it? What they don't want you to know? Who do these guys work for? Who the hell do these guys work for, bro? All right, now let's go to these boys. And you already know about, let's see, we got the ass. Somebody in the crowd say, young girl, to get these niggas. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, man, if you're in the building. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, right, come back and check with us. We got 100, hey, we got 107 people, 111 people. Everybody hit that like button right now, man, for me. Hit that like button right now for your boy, man. Run that like button up for your boy. Cause we about to get ready to go in, man. They ain't cut us. Oh yeah, it's about to get greasy up in this joint. We about to talk greasy to you. Hey, if you want to show your brother some love on the donation, on the snaps, don't do the super chat. We just posted the Cash App and the links. All right, so the shit go way back. See, even Bill got a goddamn Tara Bush on. Come on, man. The fizz. So it go all the way back. And keep in mind, you see Bill with the beard. See, he coming. See, he the beginning of them dirty Moors that we talking about. Them dirty Moors who had a deal with a Leilu in Enlil. He Enlil's son. He had a deal with Enlil and Leilu them with the reptilians. I have reason to believe Leilu was in with the reptilians. I mean, not Leilu, Enlil. So this shit go all the way back. And you already know about Bell, to make it look good, his dad punished him and banished him to the fourth dimension, to limbo, where he became known as the Baphomet, the goat being. Half goat, half man. And they started a secret priesthood called the Baphomet. And it's coming down, stemming from the deal that Leilu and Baal had with the reptilians to herd the 144,000 children of the Sands people who had the adrenaline gland. So when they bite down into them, the adrenaline, when they scare them, they got to scare them like, like, you know how reptilians, they scare, that's how they season their meat. They scare these people up. scare these kids up, and the kids, their adrenaline gland work faster, and it shoots the adrenaline into their blood. Then when they bite down into them, it's like snorting a line of coke. So it goes all the way back to that with these dirty Moors. What the hell? Oh yeah, baby. All right, what we got here? We walking you out, man. Like it's gonna be several parts to this. Okay. Now that's that one group, the clowns with the crown that know about the mounds. That's that one group. Remember, I told you about the Knights of Templar. We got an invitation from them too. Now, these people are like soldiers for the Roman Catholic Church. They like knights, people that protect they really Jesuits. They really work for the Jesuits. They really like secret police for the Roman Catholic Church. And they really are beings who the Roman Catholic Church, they really go back for the Roman Catholic Church, but we just start talking the aspect of these Knights of Templar, these particular species that we're fighting against over here, right? These people were hired and created as counter wizards. So they really wizards because keep in mind, we told you under the Spanish Inquisition, they created new terms to classify Moors so they could steal their land, like witch, warlock, heretic. That means that you honor your mothers and your fathers. So if you honor your mothers and your fathers instead of honoring God and the Lord Jesus Christ, then you were a heretic. You were an ancestral worshiper. You were. They came out with another word, familiar, which is means family. So they call them familiar spirits. They say you worship familiar spirits, meaning you worship you honor your mother and your father. So you are witch. You a warlock. That's what they did to us Moors. Once they got control over the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Empire was one of the first pivot points for the Moors that got captured, and it was part of us falling when they captured the Roman Empire. Moors ran the Roman Empire. We are fire, and we won't retire, baby. We won't retire. So these beings were like police, wizards, to counteract, because they called us wizards because we really were alchemists who knew different things. We knew how to take two powders and put two different powders on our finger, and we snap our fingers and make a fire. They said, "Oh, that's witchcraft. That's the devil. We got to kill him, burn him at the stake." We knew how to make explosives. We knew how to make different poisons and put them on our weapons and our arrows and darts, right? We knew how to mix up different chemicals. We were alchemists. And so they attribute this to witchcraft. The word they come out with this is witchcraft, sorcery. It's another word they came out with under the Spanish Inquisition to steal the Moors' land. Sorcery, wizard, warlock, heretic. You worship familiar spirits. You worship your ancestors. And we don't like that. So you're a devil, you're a demon, and we're going to burn you at the stake and take your land. Your land belongs to the church because you're a wizard. You work for the devil, and the Lord is capturing your land. The Lord Jesus Christ is taking your land because you're a wicked, evil being, because you use dandelion, you drink dandelion tea, and dandelion tea is witchcraft, and we got to kill you because of that. This type of shit that we had to deal with. Once these people took control, this right here dealing about around it really took them a couple hundred years to get control of the church. That's why I said, like, damn, that's why I think Constantine was a Moor, because in 325, they still had to set this out. They didn't start this till 1478, the Spanish Inquisition. They didn't start this conquering of lands until these so-called Moors Jews who got exiled out of West Africa, went to France, got exiled out of there because they were eating kids. And then they got ran out of Europe to come to America as the Pilgrims. And then we helped them out, and then they did us, they fucked over us too. This is the shit that we dealing with. But these boys, these C boys, because the Knights of Templar started the CIA. The place where they trained at called the Forum was the original Knights of Templar training ground. Man, we got these niggas, man. The original training ground. So they are assassins, and they and you can't get mad at me for telling this. You put movies out about it. What you think Jason Bourne was all about? What you think James Bond and all the rest of these damn movies they got out? They tell you what they all about. They are those people. Jason Bourne was a Knights of Templar. They just changed it around, call him a CIA, this and that. And he was asset. They call these people assets. And they go assassinate people. That's what the Knights of Templar is all about. And they're doing it for the Roman Catholic Church in the name of Jesus Christ. Right? And they come with the cross. That's the people they sent over here at us first. You got to go back into Hernando Cortez, when they sent him down there at the Central America. And he was a Knights of Templar. Christopher Columbus was a Knights of Templar. George Washington was a Knights of Templar. Albert Pike, right? They said them the same guys, right? A Knights of Templar. Even Benjamin Banneker was a Knights of Templar. Benjamin Banneker Bay was a Knights of Templar. He joined the Knights of Templar because he also was doing the same thing Bible did. He was infiltrating their ranks to see what the hell they was up to before they had him killed. They poisoned him. The same 3 Knights of Templar poisoned him and killed him, and then they raided his on the day that he died, and they took his body. They raided his cabin and stole all his documents because he had set up the Prince of Hall Lodge, but they wouldn't call it Prince of Hall. They would call it the African Lodge. But they changed it to the Prince Halls after Benjamin Banneker died. But he set it up as the African Lodge 459. So there were 458 lodges before Prince Hall set up that African Lodge, Benjamin Banneker. And so these 3 Knights of Templar raided his house and cabin and got those documents because he had got a charter from overseas from King George now, from King George's brother, who was the master of the Grand Lodge of England. I'm telling you, man. We got their ass. Hold on, let me hold on just a second. Hold on, Hakeem, hold on. Oh yeah, we back, baby. Some of that good water. Fire. Oh yeah. All right, so we're talking about, my bad, man, for holding y'all up. Okay. So we're talking about the C boys who set up the CIA, and they working for the church. Keep in mind the Spanish Inquisition. We putting this shit together for you. They working for the church. And keep in mind they cross and they symbols. We just showed you one of the symbols they sent us. And we got all your shit. We're going to expose you soon. But we're giving you time to come clean right now. We're giving y'all time to come clean. Right? But all we're gonna say is, oh yeah, you know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is, baby. Oh yeah. Keep in mind. All right, so we don't know how long we've been on, but we're trying to do hour-long tapes. That way, you can get it in sections. You don't got to watch it all at one time, right? Oh yeah, but they work for the church, and it's gonna be a connection with this. So keep in mind, we had to break down for you who the Knights of Templar are. They are assassins for the church. To sum it up, anybody that could potentially expose the church on the falsehood that is about the being ancient Egyptian teachings and nomos teachings, anybody that can expose about the helicopters or the books that they got down under the Vatican, anybody that's a major threat, these people come out the. So if they can expose the Spanish Inquisition, and it's worldwide, anybody worldwide that come up to oppose the Spanish Inquisition, they put these C boys on them, who are really the Knights of Templar, who are really guards for the church to protect the church's name, protect the name of the church, protect Jesus' name, in Jesus' name, right? And they go around and taking anybody out that got anything that can expose or put these people out of business. It's all about putting them out of business now. Keep that in mind. And not only are these assassins, they are wizards assassins, meaning they don't got to kill you with a knife. They can poison you. They can cut your brake line on your car like they did Left Eye from TLC, who were finna get ready to come back and expose and talk about Dr. Sabi. And keep in mind, the Roman Catholic Church is the people that's getting paid off of the pharmacies. They get a cut. They get a 40% cut off of that money for the pharmacies. So by Chile getting ready to, and that money fund the Spanish Inquisition. So Chile was getting ready to cause an effect to the Spanish Inquisition. So they sent the Knights of Templar, cut a brake line, boom. Next thing you know, she crashing off the side of the road. That's how they ended up to do it, man. They make it look like it's an accident. So you won't even be able to tell. They make it like you did suicide. They say a guy damn near ripped his wall out trying to stop from being thrown out a window, and they say, oh yeah, he jumped out. He went crazy. He jumped. But you see where he damn near ripped the whole wall out trying to hold himself from being thrown out the window. That's what they do. James Forrester was a member of Majestic 12, getting ready to expose the UFO thing, but that UFO thing would affect the church. So what they do, send the Knights of Templar to throw him out a window. Say that he threw himself out. And there's several other people that happened to. Right? It's all part of the cause and effect to the Spanish Inquisition. And like I say, these people are not just regular assassins. They are wizard assassins, because the church was scared of us, because like I said, they got their ass kicked when they went down there messing with the Moors in Hades. And they say that these people did a thing called voodoo, right? Which goes back all the way to the Igbo tribe in Nigeria, and it's called I forget the name of it. It'll come to me in a minute. But it's a particular type of religion. They call it in Spanish, they call it something else, Santa Dominguez or something like that. I'll think of it in a minute. I got so much stuff running through my head on the Moorish stuff though. But y'all people, like somebody make it, drop it in the chat, right? For people who can see it. Said 15 cc's yeah, it wasn't regular people. I want to get into it. Wasn't Prince Hall a made up person? Yeah, Prince Hall was a made up, a cartoon character, made up dude. But the real dude, it was made up. They made that dude up to cover up Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker set up the law, African laws number 459. So that means there was 458 African lodges before then, right? But they couldn't let you know that, so they had to change it and move that lodge to Philadelphia to cover up the original Grand Lodge that we already had in Philadelphia, which is still the same lodge right there now that we built that they took over. Right? Hey, we break all that down in the Hustles manual. If you got the Hustles manual, right? If you want to get the books, man, we still got the books on sale on we still got the books on for $50 donation, donation. And all you gotta do is cash out me $50 or PayPal me $50, and we'll email the books to your email address. So leave your email in the links. But these people are the people who are here to stop us from rising. To stop us from rising. If anybody that's a threat to the Roman Catholic Church, these people are the people that they put on them. Worldwide. If you try to stop the Spanish Inquisition, they send these guys. And they don't dress in these uniforms no more. They dress like regular people when you see them. You wouldn't even know, you wouldn't even recognize them. They blend in with everybody else. They change. They very athletic, they very quick, they very intelligent. Some of them can speak several different languages. They good with poison, they good with bombs. They train them on everything. Right in Maryland, right at the farm. Maybe Virginia, traveling right at the farm. That's what they've been training now for hundreds of years. They've been training there for hundreds of years. And they ain't just started training right there. They've been training now, these nights. Right? So they're alchemical assassins. What do you think the Rainbow Corporation is all about? Look at the symbol for Rainbow Corporation. Hold on, let's see if I got it in here. All right, so this is a symbol for Rainbow Corporation. And I want you to remember these people too. The good old Christians, the good white Christians who burn crosses. What is Christianity? How is these people able to burn crosses? And why is they wearing the same damn symbol as the Knights of Templar? And why do they call their leader the Grand Wizard? And why are they dressed like wizards? In the name of the church. In the name of the church. They are the same people really as the Knights of Templar, really. And they took off the white hoods and they put on police uniforms. To police you Moors. To keep you from ever rising up and going and realizing that you're not slave property, chattel property, black Christian code, niggas, coloreds, property of Rome. Right? Well, hold on, we'll get to that point, but keep in mind that the Knights of Templar and the wizards all tie in together. All right, so you remember that Knights of Templar symbol. We're just really running you all over the place. All right, this is Amateur Rothschild. Right? And look at the symbol around his neck. He's the starred source of the Rothschild family trying to take over the Moorish central bank, which was the Bank of England. Man, you already know the story. He sent all 5 of his sons to different areas of the Moors. He's part of the Spanish Inquisition. It's not really about the money with these people. It's not about the money. It was about doing their job, which is to prevent these people from realizing, steal these people land and prevent these people, whatever the church said do, go along with the church so that we could conquer these people under the Spanish Inquisition. So that's why he got that Knights of Templar sign around his neck. He with those same guys that work for the assassins, like I just explained to you. And this is the father of the 5 brothers of the head Rothschild family. And people, they tell you it's the most richest people in the world. They're not the richest people in the world. They are frontmans for the richest people in the world, which look like the richest people in the world look like me and you. And some of them even wear the same hat as me and you. But they can't wear it no more because we took them. We took all the dirty Moors figs. So some of them still trying to rock them, but when we catch them, we're going to take those too. Right? But these knights, they still out there. These knights. And so Amchel Rothschild, you already know the story. Sent his 5 sons out to different parts, which were already Moorish areas. Check this out. How did they get another? This is another reason. We talked about one reason the Moors failed, mixing our seed. Another reason, creating religion and then letting them sell it back to us. So mixing our seed, accepting our own religion, our own trickery and religion back on us. And the third thing was letting them take control of our economy, our money system. And this is where it started. This is what it started with the Knights of Templar seizing our money system, our economy. And it leads all the way up to Woodrow Wilson, who was a Knights of damn Templar, who was a Shriner. Woodrow Wilson was a Shriner. At first, both of these people work for the same team. Because Islam come out of Christianity, out of the Roman Catholics. The Moors created Islam out of Christianity. So these people are and the Shriners, they really work hand in hand until this side started, till the Knights of Templar started getting more money. And then that started a war beef between the clowns that rock our crowns and the Knights of Templar, which started getting all the money because why? They were doing the chemicals. They alchemists. The Knights of Templar are alchemists, so they mess with the chemicals. And you know, I can't say the other word, but you know the chemicals that they put on our community to keep us down. They are the main instrumentals people because they are the alchemists, right? Keep that in mind now. The magicians wear this type of hat. The magicians. That's why these clowns. The clowns do magic tricks. But to get into that too. But these people were after the Moorish bank, and the main bank they was after, where they sent Nathan Rothschild, who was the most crafty of all the brothers. They sent him out to King George Bank. Now, here's a picture supposedly of King George. Now they got this labeled as another guy after we found out about it. After somebody posted it, they say, oh no, that's somebody else. No, stop lying, nigga. You know that's King George, nigga. You know that's King George, nigga. Hold on, let's get another picture. Oh yeah, we got their ass now. So the Moors up until the Moors controlled Great Britain up until 1837. Really, 1821 is when these Rothschilds started to get control of the bank because they made bad contracts with King George. Hold up, let me show you. They find I got another better picture of him on here. I want the original picture that they put out their book in Library of Congress. See, it's an original picture that they put out a book. See, all these information is in that damn books. They know, but they say we hope these niggas don't know. We just hope they never find out. We got it on record. We know exactly who they are. We got it on record. Well, I can't find out that other picture, but we'll just use this one for now. So Your Majesty's King George III was a Moor. And that means that everybody before him, like his dad, Fredericks, who really was his dad was a Afar, and his mother was from, his dad was a royal Afar, a Sabine. King George III, he is Sabine. King George, he is Sabine. That's why he was a royal bloodline. And I bet you if you check this, I bet you check his son, they probably had that ducktail behind their head. But King George, and we already broke down the story of him. Let's go back and get the King George tape. The Majesties of America, Part 8, King George III. So the people of Great Britain were Moors up until 1837. Now, this is part of the Moors falling, right? Because they got our economy. So the Rothschilds worked their way up, and they disguised the plan. Nathan did. And he said, I want to conquer these Moors bank, their final bank, the central bank of England. But the only way I gotta do it is I gotta make them come to me to borrow money and beg me, and to where and I'm gonna make them go broke to where he gonna have to borrow more money, and then I'm gonna take claim of his bank. So what do they do? And we're gonna talk about Alexandra, because Alexandra really Alexandra the Greek, Alexandra, Mrs. Sweet Alexandra, right? Who invaded, who was paid too also by the same people to invade our land. Hey, Hakeem, no, close the door. Hey, baby. All right. Hold on, let me show you this. All right, so talk about King George. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Napoleon. This little short, 4'6" looking dude. You see him hiding his hand in his shirt. That's a Masonic client call a hidden hand. Meaning somebody puppeted this guy. Somebody puppeted this guy from behind the scenes. So the Rothschilds hired Napoleon. They paid him. They lifted him up. They made him big. They made him a great. He couldn't even speak that good. They used to have people pay great speakers to speak on his behalf, to speak for him, and say how good of a guy he was. So they made him the de facto leader of France. These dark skinned Moors made him the de facto leader of France. And they didn't do it directly. They sent one of their guard dogs, Nathan Rothschild, by way through the church, coming down because they control the church. See, these Moorish Jews control the church because they the one that started it. And then from the church stemming down, they controlled the Rothschilds, who really was the guys who really went out and got their money, and they were like they had people. The main Canaanites that was with these people, right? Elder Barons mixed, because all are mixed in. Elder Barons, Canaanites, and Frugaloids all mixed in together, and then some of them mixed back in. It's so many different species on the planet. It's crazy. But yeah, they paid Napoleon and lifted him up and paid him to attack King George III. And then they went, and then when he attacked King George, they went to King George and said, "Hey man, they finna, Napoleon finna come over here and take your shit. What you gonna do? You need some money?" King George was like, "Yeah, I need some money." So they was like, they looked back like this, pull out the contracts. So they say, "We'll give you some amount of silver and this and that." And there was a small print that says he got to pay us back this amount of money in this time. And if he don't, he gonna turn over his parliament to the Rothschilds. So what happened? They kept Napoleon on him until he ran out of money, and then that small print came back. They took over his parliament. It's like 1821. Now King George still was the king, but he lost control really of the Moorish Empire right then once he lost that contract fighting against Napoleon. But they really didn't take over until 1837, and that's when they usurped the throne with Queen Victoria, the Moorish throne. Keep in mind, the British Empire is the Moorish Empire. It's the covenant of the Moorish Empire. It's the secret. The secret is that wasn't even called Britain, but they put that Britain there to fuck with you to say, okay, this is a covenant. What covenant? The covenant that the Moors ran the world. The Moors, which goes back all the way to the Sabian Moors, they ran the world. The Sabian Moors ran the world. All right, let me get you right here. All right, so we talk about Napoleon. We talk about him fighting King George. We talk about him that they eventually playing King George out of the Bank of England, right? And that was the Moorish main bank. Once they got that Bank of England, oh, now there was like another chess piece on the board that they got. It was like a major chess piece to us as Moors, that Bank of England. Because there was a lot of trading worldwide being, it was like the, you know how they got the World Trade Centers? That Bank of England really was like the World Trade Center back then, right? It was the World Trade Center for the Moors, where all the documents where we traded across the world, because we was already selling around the world. So that British Islands or the Great Britain or UK was our main central point for our whole empire. And we showed you that on that map. I'm gonna see if I got the map in here. Oh yeah, baby. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I don't see the map. But if you put up a map of the Great Britain Kingdom, let me pull up this chick while I'm thinking about it though. Let me pull up this chick right here. Queen Isabella. Queen Isabella. Where is she? Where is she? All right, keep in mind, this is gonna come back up too. The master teacher grandfather meeting with the queen. This shit gonna come back. Like all this, like man, you can look at Baba's dad at a handy, and you can tell, oh yeah, that's his dad. He looked just like him, really. He looked just like El Handy. If you look at him, he just got a slimmer face. But this gonna come back up, because keep in mind, when Queen Victoria, this is Queen Elizabeth. She a descendant like 4 or 5 generations down from Queen Victoria after they usurped the throne. After they really dare rules. They really dare rules hybrid reptilians who took over the throne and had kicked the Knights of Templar on them under the church in the Spanish Inquisition. They chased King George and his whole family and executed them. And they murdered them with a lot of them. They murdered with poisoning their food with anthrax. I mean, with not anthrax, with arsenics. King George was poisoned with arsenics. His sons, most of them all was poisoned with arsenics. One son lived, but he changed his name several times. One of his names was Frederick Douglass. Check that shit out. Why was Frederick Douglass so high up in the community back then if everybody was niggas and slaves? Like they telling you. Why was Frederick Douglass in high politics back then? And then they also made up a story because he was over here freeing the Moors, and they started a revolution. Frederick Douglass, he also became known as another dude named Nat Turner. So they made that dude up, but that's really the same dude. Frederick Douglass, Nat Turner, and Prince Wilbert. What was another name that he had? His real name is Prince Fredericks. But he changed that last part to Douglas because he was running from the Knights of Templar, the church, who were trying to execute them under the Spanish Inquisition. I'm telling you, man, shit is gonna get crazy. But the master teacher's granddad meeting up with the queen, this shit gonna come back. Because keep in mind, when Victoria took power, we Moors in Sudan, they invaded Sudan, and the Mahdi had to fight against these people. Okay, this is the master teacher's bloodline right here. All right. You see, this the master teacher right here. This is dad. He was from Sudan. This is his granddad. He was like the leader coming down from the Mahdi, coming all the way down from Muhammad Rasulullah alayhi wa salam, right? So, all right, so we going all the way back, right? On the bloodline. But I want to show you this. Yeah, we about to really get off again, man. Take another brief break, man. So we can use the bathroom and make sure everything locked up for everybody. We're gonna have like different, it's gonna be different series to this thing, like maybe like 5 or 6 tapes to this joint, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We can talk all day about this. But this gonna come back up, the Mahdi is gonna come back up, right? because he fought against these people once they stole the Moorish Empire, because he's a Moor too. Once they captured the empire of Great Britain, they came in and tried to excavate our land and steal all the gold, to rape us really of our wealth. And the Mahdi was one of the people that fought against them in Sudan to keep them out of Sudan. So it's gonna come back up while the queen is going over there shaking hands, because all the land that they got when they captured, check this out, when they captured that British Empire, the Moorish Empire, that the British Empire really is the Moorish Empire. Why I say it's a covenant empire, because British means covenant, Britain means covenant. So it's what's that covenant? The Moorish Empire. That's the cover. The cover up is this. This is the Moorish Empire. That's the fucking cover up. Covert. They running games, y'all. But stay tuned. We about to be back, man. Stay on the edge of your seats. We about to be back. We might be back tonight. We may be back tomorrow. Depends on how we feel, but we can't be talking loud all night. So we may be back tonight for like an hour or so. We might. So I ain't gonna make no promises on that though. I just want to, once I see how long this tape is, if it's an hour long, we ain't gonna come back tonight. If it ain't an hour, we'll come back to make up for the rest of the time. But we definitely gonna be dropping tomorrow. We're gonna try to get at least 3, maybe 2 tapes out tomorrow. And we're probably gonna be trying to cover this because we got to get this out, this in the archives before. We gotta get this in the archives before we go into the other doctrine, the other stuff. Well, we get out of the doctrines. We going into straight truth, nothing but the truth. So like I said, we may be back. We're gonna take a brief break because we gotta go check and make sure everybody locked up, and because they leave stuff unlocked. All right, so peace and love. Islam to my Moors. Hotep. Ashuk, divine love throughout the boundless universe to all. We'll be back. I will be forward again.